Let's queer up business. London's historic GAY bar closes over concern on safety from attackers. A major part of the London gay scene is about to disappear with the shuttering of longtime favorite club GAY Late, and according to a social media announcement by the owner, Jeremy Joseph, violence against the club patrons and staff is part of the reason for the closure. The club is located in London's Soho district, which is located in the borough of Westminster. The venue, which has been going under its current name since the early 90s, is one of the relatively few in London to hold a license until 4 a.m. Those hours, together with the site's relative isolation and rising rates of anti-LGBTQ+ crime, meant that the safety of employees and clubgoers alike could not be guaranteed. With city police short-staffed, Joseph added, there was little hope for more protection from law enforcement. Other factors included new construction around and above the venue, as well as additional safety concerns presented by parking woes, with the venue's fire exit as well as its entrance frequently being blocked by cars. The woes affecting London's nightlife are not limited to the gay scene. Time Out pointed to a recent study that showed 35 independent nightlife venues are lost each week. I think this speaks to a lot of things. I mean, as far as independent nightlife venues being lost, to just how small businesses continue to struggle and being taken over and pushed out by larger corporations. But I also want to say for our queer community, it's so difficult to find a space where we can be safe and we can be ourselves. And a lot of times that centers around alcohol and club and that kind of thing. And I think that's still important, you know. I think it's good that we're seeing the rise in more alternatives for people to gather, but not at the expense of losing everything else that we have, you know?
Yeah.
And it's also to see that it was one of London's historic gay bars, because like you said, you know, it is a trend for clubs to go 1 week and then it's gone the next week, and here 1 month and it's gone the next month. But that particular club, being there so long, it's like a staple in the community, and everyone knew that they could just go there and, like you said, feel safe, you know?
Yeah, that was the part that stuck out to me. Being a little bit older than most of the people at the...
A little bit, girl. I'm sorry. We're not going to lie on
A little
today.
bit.
Go ahead. You said a little bit.
You know, it was the safe place. I mean, back when I was a young professional in the 80s, you couldn't be out. And you had to sneak from bar to bar at night after the sun went down, and you were hoping that nobody saw you because you could get fired or you could get... And so it was like, but once you got through the door, you knew you were okay. For a little while, you were okay. I don't think much has changed as far as finding those safe places, because they're talking about violence outside of the club. So it's still not safe for us just outside to walk down the street. That's a problem. I think I would like to see if somebody can do something about saving that space. And I don't know. I think it's too important. I think, where do people go then?
I mean, if you got the money, go ahead.
I think that's what we're talking about here. I think we're talking about money, and we're seeing the world after a pandemic go into this sort of economic flux where, I'm going to say it, where we've been lied to. Most people are struggling. Most small businesses are struggling. Corporations are taking over, and those who have don't want to give to those who have not. And so now we're seeing this not only out in the U.S., but we're seeing this outside of the U.S. in our international queer brothers and sisters losing venues. So it's not just here that we're losing venues, and we're all on dollars and cents. So capitalism is really roaring its head right now, and we're feeling the pressure of it, for sure.
Absolutely.